Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Cape Rugby TV. It's Wednesday night, it's 9 o'clock, and as you know, we bring you the very best of what's happening in the world of Western Province Club Rugby. Big thanks to Hisense, our official technical partner, for coming on board with Cape Rugby TV. And during the course of the show, you'll have an opportunity to win for yourself a Hisense Infinity Pulse cell phone. We'll of course also announce last week's winner. We come to you tonight from Newlands, the home of Western Province Rugby, where tonight it is the launch of the 2016 league season. Before we get into that, though, it was, of course, a lot of rugby over the weekend, Easter weekend, as it were, and we've heard so much about the Blake's festival that happened over at Cloutiesville over the weekend, and, of course, the Easter weekend festival that took place at Langa. So before we get into interviewing all the folks here at the launch this evening, and, well, we're pretty sure there's going to be lots of speeches, let's take a look at some of the highlights from Langa.
JP, as every Saturday, scores involved in some kind of rugby event. So we're involved in this one, sponsoring with product, jerseys for some of the teams, and then we're also busy with a few more this weekend.
Of course, those are some of the highlights from Langa over the weekend, the Easter Weekend Rugby Festival. Young Ideas getting the ball rolling, so to speak. We managed to also catch up with the chairperson of Young Ideas, Max Makapele.
I think we're going to pull through. This is the second half. I think our boys there in front, they're stronger than them. You see, there's no excuse. I think it's a matter of must. We must win this match. A festival, I think this is our history as black people who've been playing this tournament for years, for ages. I think this is a chain. Next year we're going down to Eastern Cape. Another year that is coming down. As you can see, this tournament, we've got kids, we've got juniors, we've got everything here. See? So what I can say is that we're doing wonders, man, in terms of make sure that the kids are out of the streets, you know, during these holidays, you know, out of drugs and out of, you know, gangsterism. Plus minus 13 teams that are here. So we are playing right now a round-robin system so that everybody enjoy the game.
Today we are playing an Easter Rugby tournament at Langa, and the Young Ideas are hosting the tournament. There is a lot of teams. Teams are coming from Eastern Cape, teams from the Western Cape. We have plus minus 13 teams. Today we're going to play a round robin where there is 4 groups in the stage. There is a 3-3-3 and the last group is 4. So each team will play 2 games. Then after that we're going to go for semi-finals. Yes, there is top teams from the Western Cape. Zebras is here, Busy Bees and Young Ideas, and also all the 3 teams are playing on the city. And now there is a history of there. So everything that is going to come to them is going to be a lot of entertainment to the players, and also Young Ideas today. They are facing Zebras at 6 o'clock. That's the main match of the day.
Well, obviously, Max is very positive about the season and very happy about the fact that it was the Easter Festival over at Langa on the weekend. And not to mention the fact that so many teams from all over the country, in fact, came down to this Easter weekend festival. As I mentioned earlier on, we're coming to you from Western Province Rugby, from Newlands, where it is the launch of the Western Province Rugby 2016 club season. That gets underway this weekend. During the course of the show, we'll be showing you some of the speeches and some of the launches, as well as talk to some of the coaches and players as they get ready for action for 2016. We also managed to catch up with the captain of Young Ideas at Langa.
The game was fun, we were enjoying ourselves, but we need to wake up again for the next game. Yeah, they're strong, especially in line outs, and then we can just drive up until to the scoring line. No, it wasn't that difficult, but we were a bit of our strength. We were not that much, but we're on our next game. You will see.
Yes, JP, I'm happy with the result today. But unfortunately, it was not the way I did want it to, because we make it a lot of mistakes. Ball handling, we've got a lot of errors over handling, a lot of knock-ons. But what I did, pick it up now, we have got an edge on scrum, because we take the tight heads outside, but we did lose the line-outs. Then we have to go back and sit down. Then we have to check our line-outs, because we will lose a lot of time for the line-outs. Then, but the game was right. But the problem is the pressure of the tournament. It was with the host, and then we are under pressure. But we still have 2 games got 2 days to play. But I know that we've got to play with Western Zebras at 6 o'clock tonight. But it's whereby I did make all my mistake to coming right, because I know Zebras is a very good team.
Right, folks, as I mentioned earlier on, Hisense is, of course, the official technical partner to Cape Rugby TV. We are coming to you from Newlands, the home of Western Province Rugby. And, of course, we focus on club rugby. Well, congratulations to last week's Hisense winner, who walks away with a Hisense Infinity Pulse LTE cell phone. Congratulations to Ivan Ertzen. Ivan, if you're watching right now, one of the Cape Rugby TV folks are going to be getting in touch with you shortly, and you will be walking away with a Hisense Infinity Pulse cell phone. Folks, if you want to win yourself that Hisense Infinity Pulse cell phone, all you need to do is go onto our Facebook page and tell us who is the official technical partner to Cape Rugby TV. That Facebook address, www.facebook.com/Cape Rugby TV. We're going to take an ad break, and when we come back from the break, we'll tell you more about what happened over the Easter weekend, and we'll give you an opportunity to win for yourself a braai hamper courtesy of TJ's braai shop, or one of the factory shop's SA mobile app stores. And you have to keep listening, because we're going to have to tell you how it is that you go about winning that braai set courtesy of TJ's. Back in a sec. Welcome back, everybody. JP Nordia here for Cape Rugby TV. Of course, we're here at Newlands. It is the launch of the 2016 season. The clubs are all geared up and ready for action. And even though we've had lots of friendlies as well as Easter weekend festivals, the official league match only starts on Saturday. Very exciting. Super League A, Super League B, Super League C, and of course, Southern, Northern, and the City divisions. Not to mention PAL, the Farm Workers, and the Women's League. All getting the ball rolling, so very exciting as it starts this weekend, and this is why there is a launch this evening. So 300 odd guests will be arriving here this evening as we get ready for the 2016 season. As I mentioned, Factory Shops SA mobile app is offering you a hamper courtesy of TJ's Braai store, one of the stores that is listed on the Factory Shops SA mobile app. Now, what you need to do is you need to download that mobile app and go and tell us one of the names of one of the stores. Right now, you can't use Second Skins because that was one of our previous stores, and you can't use TJ's. Any other store after you download the app and tell us who is the winner, or at least one of the names of one of the stores on the Factory Shops SA mobile app. Well, one of the competitions that you've been hearing about now for quite a while has been the Easter Festival that happens out at Blake's, or at least at the Cluttersville Stadium, and they're hosted by Blake's. Aubrey Noble and his team are out there every year making sure that the event rolls on. There were, I think, 16 odd teams and a number of other sporting disciplines as well. Well, it was a very, very interesting weekend and some excellent rugby. And we managed to catch up with some of the highlights from the Easter Weekend Rugby Festival now at Blake's. it was a very, very interesting weekend and some excellent rugby. And we managed to catch up with some of the highlights from the Easter Weekend Rugby Festival now at Blake's. In the cup final then, of course, it was Allendale against Lunga. Lunga looked like they were having a fantastic weekend. Their ladies' netball side also cleaned up, but at the end, it was Allendale who walked away with the victory there. A lot of folks perhaps underestimated Allendale, but they came away and they walked away with the victory. We managed to catch up with the captain of Lunga.
Yeah, they did. They came prepared. Also prepared, but we came here for three things, and we came here to, firstly, to get the bond, know each other a little bit better, and the second thing is we came to prepare for the season, obviously, and the third thing we came to win. But at least two out of three, we're happy. Yeah, it was very good. It was very good. I mean, ever since I've played for Langa, this is my second finals, and the boys are just we're always hungry for it. Always hungry for the play for the final. Tough teams ahead will be Rugby, and Franschhoek obviously. Big game that. It's actually next weekend. We're looking forward to it, and we're just gonna go back now to the drawing board and fix there and there.
Well, always listening to the folks that are getting ready for the season. So it didn't go Lunga's way, but nevertheless, they are still got their chins up and are still working it out for the season. We also managed to catch up with the coach of Lunga.
Yeah, it was a very tough game. These guys, they played very well. What they did is the tone of the game was too high for us. we struggled to reach the tone and they were aggressive in all the aspects of the game. Now we're playing Franschhoek this coming weekend. This is a lesson for us, a learning curve for us, and also it's on our advantage because Franschhoek is playing more or less the same game with Allendale. They're running rugby, their support is quick and they're aggressive when they come to you. We've got a big bird, but we couldn't use it this afternoon. All the areas failed. We're under pressure from the start to the end, but there are positive things that our backs, at least now when they've got the ball, they can see the spaces and they run to the spaces and they can counter on attack.
Well, as you heard the coach saying there, that they've got the front pack, but nevertheless they need to start making use of the opportunities on the field. They must take advantage of the ball when they have a ball in hand. They've got a very big pack line they have, and they are going to certainly be a threat within the league. We managed to catch up now with the coach of Allendale, and Davy de Kock. He is a very happy man as they walk away with the well, you can call it the trophy, but also the bragging rights for winning the Easter Weekend Festival at Blake's.
Ja, baie gelukkig en baie bly JP. Dat ons hierdie toernooit kan bywoon is 'n harde toernooit. Ons was sobat om in die toernooit in te skryf. Maar ons het laatst ook 'n oefenkamp gehad en die wagwoord vir ons oefenkamp was VIP. Elke speler is 'n VIP. 'n vision, 'n identity en 'n purpose. Die purpose was om hier te kom wen en ons het dit gedoen. Ja, ek dink ons is reg. Ons het ons laaste games klaar gespeel vir die pre-season. Soos ek sê, ons het 'n goeie oefenkamp agter die rug gehad. Ons vriendjies was goed geweest en hierdie tournament om die kap te wen was net goed vir ons geweest. Ja, definitief die spelers het definitief uitgesien na die tournament. Hulle wou net speel, dis al wat hulle het en wat ek eintlik kan vir jou kan sê, die spelers is 'n goeie spangees. Die team is reg en ek dink die liga gaan vir ons 'n baie groot uitdaging wees en ons gaan definitief iets doen aan trend.
Davy de Kock, a very happy man at Allendale, or at Blake's over the weekend. He's the coach at Allendale, who's of course at the Drakensberg prison over in the Franschhoek region. And folks, an incredible team to look out for as they really stay motivated, all those athletes that are at the correctional services and who take part in the rugby. And there's a mixture of athletes that are playing rugby there. Enrico Norkia is of course the captain of Allendale, and he's a very proud man over the weekend as they walked away with that trophy. We managed to catch up with Enrico Norkia, the captain.
Ons het eintlik gewid die stop liga spanne soos Premier League B. So ons het gewid ons is 'n vat team, maar ons het nie gewid hoe goed ons gaan vaar teen die topklubs nie. Maar ons het gewid die tempo en waarmee ons in ons liga speel, sal ons kan byhou as ons net tweede helfte nog in die game is. Soos ek sê, ons fiksheid is op 'n level al. Ons liga begin nou volgende week en Saterdag ons het 'n goeie squad. Ons het 'n sterk squad vir die eerste keer en ja, ons sal kyk waar so swakpunte en sterkpunte nog.
Well, folks, a couple of very happy athletes there. They walk away with some of those trophies. Reminder to you then, if you want to win for yourself a Factory Shops SA mobile app hamper, courtesy of TJ's Bryes this week. All you need to do is download the Factory Shops SA mobile app. Just download it right now and go and tell us on Facebook one of the names of one of the stores. You can't give us TJ's and you cannot give us Second Skins. Those are, of course, all previous competition winners. Right, as I mentioned earlier on, I love this mobile app. It's so easy to use. You just pull up the mobile app and any store you're looking for, you simply punch in the details, whether it be an article of clothing or something to wear or perhaps the name of a brand, and it'll direct you straight to the nearest store. So congratulations then to Natir Mainkies. Now Natir walks away with the Factory Shops SA mobile app hamper, courtesy of TJ's Braai. And I must say it's a fantastic hamper, especially if you're a braai person. I'm sure that over the Easter weekend that would have come in handy. You walk away with a lekker rooster, or as we call it, a grid, a big packet of wood and some charcoal and some blitz, as well as a set of braai tongs, all courtesy of TJ's Braai store, one of the stores that are listed on the Factory Shops SA mobile app. We caught some of the highlights of the prize handover at Blake's over the weekend.
Winner, Yellendale. Well done, Yellendale. Ons sê baie dankie. Ons sien mekaar volgende jaar.
Well, welcome back, everybody. Yes, a lot of action there, a lot of folks having a lot of fun as they accept their trophies and prizes at the event there. And I must say, well done to Aubrey Noble and his boys, and John Stain and the guys for organising the tournament, and of course John Stain from SCORE coming on board as a sponsor there. Now, talking about SCORE, if you want to win for yourself a case of SCORE energy drinks, 24 cases, all you need to do is SMS the word SCORE to 33280. 33280, SMS the word SCORE, and you can put yourself in the mix to win a case of SCORE, courtesy of SCORE energy drinks. Time for us to take an ad break, and when we come back, we'll take a look at some of the fixtures of what's happening in 2016, and we'll also talk to some more of the folks here at the launch of the 2016 league season. Back in a sec. Launch of the 2016 Western Province Club Rugby season. The fantastic thing about it, it is the first time, it is our first launch that we've done of this nature. And we've prepared a little video for you, and when we finish with that, I'm going to hand you straight over to the President of Western Province Rugby, Mr. Tello Wakefield. We're also going to introduce you to Mr. Peter Joosten, Mr. Danny Jones, and Mr. Jerome Parvater. I'm hoping that Joey Salman is here. We were going to drag him in as well. But the beauty of tonight is that, of course, it is the start of 2016, the Club Rugby season. It starts this Saturday.
The Western Province Rugby Football Union 2016 Club Rugby season is about to get underway. The past few years, we've seen the club rugby structures grow from strength to strength. During the former years, the leagues were structured as Super Leagues A, B and C, Premier Leagues and Division. Now, 2016 will see 15 teams battle it out in Super League A, B and C, while the new Northern, Southern and City Leagues will fight it out for promotion. The Paarl region remains a dominant force, and the Farm Workers League continues to drive development in the rural areas. The Sunday League continues to cater for additional weekend warriors, while women's rugby is growing faster than ever before. We've seen the participation of rugby in Western Province increase dramatically. We now have more players, more clubs, more matches and more tournaments. This season, you'll see just over 3,000 matches scheduled in the senior leagues alone. After this, Western Province Club Rugby moves into the upper and lower league splits, with the top 6 in Super League A, B and C competing in the now well-established President's Cup, which of course rolls out on the hallowed turf of Newlands, an experience all players cherish and one day tell their children about. While at the same time, we'll see the 3 regions' top 9 teams compete for promotion. And just when you think rugby stops, it's time to think again. The demand for rugby has now delivered the Post-7 series, a series which proved to be a great success in 2015, with participation in high numbers and more teams asking to join as the tournament went on.
Have these wonderful Sevens tournament.
2015 saw the winning team's prize money, trophies and sponsored prizes handed out. All 3,000 and more of these games will be captured live on field side by the Scrummit Masters as they plug in their action stats ready for the week's publicity. Now, going into our 6th year of partnership with Cape Rugby TV, we'll see even more exposure for club rugby. As one of the biggest rugby shows in the country, we'll again see the clubs getting exposure for their teams, fans and players, with highlights, logs, results, fixtures, competitions and more, which brings the action into your living room every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. on Cape Town TV and DSTV channel 263. Meanwhile, after 10 years of workshops, we now see our clubs with Twitter handles, Facebook pages and websites. And, of course, the weekend Twitter back channel, #WP Club Rugby, adding to the social media exposure explosion. This is Western Province Club Rugby 2016.
I'm going to ask the president of Western Province Rugby, Mr. Thelo Wakefield, just to come to the front, say a couple of words. We're going to ask him to keep it very brief, because we know that you all want to get home soon. Mr. Thelo Wakefield, ladies and gentlemen, the president of Western Province Rugby Football Union.
First of all, welcome to the launch of our club rugby season. This is the first time, like JP has said, that we have a function of this nature. I wish to thank all our club rugby department officials for taking the initiative to arrange such a function. I feel the atmosphere in this hall. It speaks of commitment and it speaks of enthusiasm. Enthusiasm to start the season with a bang. Wherever I go, I'm asked about the administration and management of 110 clubs in Western Province, and I say it's the most easiest thing for us to do because we understand each other, because we love the game of rugby, because we love our communities and we would like to keep rugby going in our communities. The management and successful operation of club rugby is tough. I know it is very, very tough. But I would fail in my duty if I don't thank our club rugby leaders this evening for a number of things. And I think two of these things stand out like a sore finger, and that is commitment to do well and also commitment to keep the game going in our communities. Ladies and gentlemen, as the new season is concerned, allow me to share you my vision for this season. I see 2016 rugby club season as a fantastic rugby season. I see it as an enjoyable season for everyone. A season free of racist remarks, a season free of yellow cards, and an important role to bring the players of our clubs through. You have a club squad at the moment, Jerome, and it will be a big step up for our guys from the clubs to play in the Currie Cup side. I sincerely hope that those players that you are working with will make the grade, come up to the Currie Cup side. That would mean everything for me, because we have to bring the days back where we can hunt for talent in our clubs to fill our representative teams. I do believe in that. So everything of the best. Play the game hard, play it tough, work hard. You are administrators, and if you have guys not pulling their weight on your committees, let them exactly know where they stand with the club.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's quite a pleasure being here tonight, as well as honor. 2013, the president and the new EXCO embarked on a 2020 vision. And that 2020 vision was very clear that Western Province is going to be the best franchise or union in the world. And the mission is about to win off and on the field with integrity. And so, with that view of wanting to be the best province in the world, we carved out a number of values. And the values that we looked at are respect. Respecting yourself and respecting the opposition, respecting the referees. There's a number of things at club rugby that we had to adopt. First and foremost, you see there's a number of hangers around this auditorium. And we promised you last year we will have it. We were waiting on it, and now we received it. Every club will receive at least 11 bibs or vests, which will enhance the referees in their work and touch judges or assistant referees to know exactly who are the reserves, who are the team management, and who are the medical teams. That we believe is an important identification. We've also been innovative. We've learned from the Test Rugby and Super Rugby. We have now, at Super Rugby, we call it the match manager, and in Western Province, we call it the match commissioner, where the match commissioner will fulfill the role of assisting the referee and the club to administer the game off the field, and to see that all protocols are in place so that it makes it easier for both teams just to play the game. So we are requesting and praying that all of our clubs embrace the idea of the match manager, and at the end of the year we will assess it, but we do believe as Western Province it will only add value to our game on a Saturday. Last but not least, we want to wish all of the club officials here tonight, wish all the clubs, the management, the players, the supporters, a good 2016, as the President said. Rugby, or Western Province, is nothing without clubs. And to have 13,000 players registered and playing club rugby in Western Province is no mean feat. We are proud of you, and we want you to enjoy this game that gives us all the enjoyment. Thank you.
We're coming to you from Newlands, the home of Western Province Rugby, where it is all happening. There's plus minus 300 guests here this evening, all getting ready to launch the league. The Western Province Club Rugby League season is about to start. It starts this Saturday. Now, I know a lot of people are very interested in some of the fixtures, and of course, we'll still be talking to some of the folks here this evening. But if I look at some of the interesting fixtures, let's start off with Super League A. Brackenfellow up against SK Warmers. Hamilton's take on Primrose. Kales River take on Belhar. NNK against False Bay. And then Tygerberg are up against Silurians. Already the big guns are getting the ball rolling. Let's take a look at Super League B. It's Belleville and Violets, Helderberg and Strand, Macassar and Villages. Peniel Villages are up against Hands and Hearts. St. George's take on Goodwood, and Union Mill take on Young Peoples. Meanwhile, in Super League C, it's Hamadiers and Scottsdene, Lagunya and Paarl, Langa and Franschhoek United, and then Masipumalele and Blue Jets and Wraithby and Strand United. Rangers take on Elsie's River. Young Stars take on Carlamore. Those are, of course, your Super League C fixtures. Let's take a look at the City League now. In the City League, Caledonian Roses take on Progress. Perseverance are up against Temperance. Police take on Busy Bees. Silvertree take on Watsonia. City League, of course, also with Tech up against Manenberg Rangers. And then Young Ideas, who of course host the East Weekend Festival, are up against Western Zebras. While in the Northern League, it's Kaiditcha and Delft, Stellenbosch Coronations and Blue Stars United. Strand Pioneers take on All Saints. Van der Stel take on Emikawi. Vineyards are up against Blakes. And then not last, not least, the Southern League. Bishop Lavers against Thistles, Noordlikers and Young Wesleys, Titans and Retreat, and Young Brothers take on Peninsula. Folks, we're of course coming to you from the Newlands Stadium, where it's the launch of the 2016 league season. And we'll be chatting to more of the folks this evening about the upcoming games, and of course lots of the dignitaries will be talking to us this evening. We'll be speaking to Thela Wakefield. He's the president of Western Province Rugby. Peter Jooster, of course, the vice president. Danny Jones, the head of amateur rugby. And Faisal Felton, the head of club rugby. Joey Salmon is the head of referees. He'll chat to us a little bit later. And, of course, Jerome Parvater will tell us a little bit more about talent identification here at Western Province Rugby. We'll take an ad break. And when we come back, we'll give you more of the up and downs and what's going to happen in Super League A, B, C, Southerns, Northerns, and of course the City Leagues as we get the ball rolling. use #WP Club Rugby, because every weekend there are thousands of people around the world that are following the results of Western Province Rugby. So that's our job. Our job is to make you famous. Okay, so lots of photographs, lots of tweets, lots of Facebook, lots of interviews. Get us the jerseys, go out there and get sponsorship. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm now going to ask Mr. Peter Jooste to come and do a word of thanks.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I think I've got the easiest job tonight is to thank everybody of you that's here tonight. I'm quite surprised. There's a lot of people that turn up, and we are happy about that. And I think if our rugby starts this way, then we can expect a very good season this year. I want to thank you all for being here. And I also want to say that I wish that you will have a very successful season. A season without any incidents. I think it was mentioned already by the President that we don't want yellow cards and red cards. We ended off well last year, and I think this year should be better. So thank you for that for last year, and this year I think we will end better. I also want to thank our President and our Executive for being here. The first, I think, launch of Club Rugby, I think is a great idea from the Rugby Department, from Mr. Danny Jones and Faisal. I want to thank them. I think if we start the season this way, we can end it well this year as well. I also want to thank JP for showing our rugby throughout the country. I think our rugby is going from strength to strength. I had a few calls this week from some of our clubs that went playing outside the Cape, and the people was just complimentary about the standard of our rugby, and I think we must keep it up, especially those clubs that went away this past weekend. It's a very good sign for Western Province. I think also that it was mentioned now by Mr. Jones that Western Province is nothing about if there's no clubs. So I think it must be good for our clubs to hear that. We are the backbone of Western Province, and we are the backbone of rugby, and I think we're also the backbone of South African rugby. So we must keep it up. I want to thank my colleagues, the executive that's here, that give their time up to come here. We had a long marathon meeting this afternoon from 4 o'clock till the time we arrived here. So I want to thank them as well for being here. Thank you guys, it's much appreciated. Then lastly, again, our clubs. You will see us on a Saturday coming around, the Club Rugby Committee, Mr. Jones, Faisal, myself, and most probably a few of the committee members. Don't lock the gates when we come on. We're not coming to spy. We're just coming to see what's happening at the fields. We're not going to say anything. We most probably will move around, greet the people here and there. But if there is problems, which we didn't had last year, we will talk to you quietly, call you into a meeting and talk to you about it, but we won't talk on the field. We'll just come and observe. We're not going to come and have meetings on the field. So good luck for the season that's lying ahead. I think last year was reasonably successful. This year can even be better with the help of all of you. There is a saying that we can't win all trophies, but all of us can make rugby work, and all of us can make rugby an enjoyable sport for not only the players, but also for the spectators. Thank you, and enjoy the evening further.
Folks, it's getting rather crazy here. I've got Jerome Parfighter with me. He's trying to give me a message, but I can't work it out. Jerome, you've got 5 players that are doing really well.
No, JP, what I said is remember we played against the Currie Cup side earlier on with the club squad, and then last week we played against Boland, Currie Cup team, and out of that team, so just to say to the clubs out there that there are opportunities for the guys to get through, and there's 5 of those guys are now currently in the Currie Cup squad.
And so those are the 5 guys we're talking about. You've taken them through the ranks. They played against Boland, they played against Western Province, and now they're in the Currie Cup squad.
Yeah, definitely.
Who are those 5 guys? Give me the names.
It's Madieg Davids.
SK Warmers.
SK Warmers. It's Dale Wilson.
Dale Wilson, Kayla.
Kelsrivier. It's
Anthony Taylor?
no, not Anthony Taylor.
Anthony didn't make it. Sorry, Anthony. We're going to push for you.
Ryan Oliver.
Ryan Falsbay. Vlees Williefield. Yeah. That's 3. I've got 3 so far. All right, so the guys are doing really well. Your take on the launch this evening. 2016, Club Rugby is about to get going. A lot of players behind the scenes will be wondering how do they make it into the big time.
No, it's great, and I think it's also a great opportunity for clubs to mingle a bit before the season starts, and just to get to know each other a bit better. And obviously, if they play Saturday, you know that the guys will have sort of more respect for each other because they've mingled before the time. And I think it's a great initiative to have this evening tonight. And and I think everybody's waiting for the club season to start. And just a message from my side: it's not over for guys playing. You were mentioning Anthony. The season is still starting, Currie Cup season. And one thing that I wanted to say to the president now, it's not such a bad thing that they didn't contracted a lot of players this year, because it gives an opportunity for club guys.
You mean the bus isn't full?
Yeah, the bus isn't
full.
Where in the past it was like, we have all these contracted players.
So if the players are working hard and they keep working hard and they work with the coaches and they keep training and training, they can still jump on the bus.
Yeah, definitely. And there's a few names that we know that can still make the team.
But you must pay for your ticket.
You must play for it. And I told the guys the last game that we played, it's not that's 5 guys, and there can be more of you guys, so it doesn't stop here. So go to your club, do the things better that we've sort of been working on for the last 5 weeks. Go show your club mates what it takes, and go to training, be professional as we try to prepare them to be professional. So the guys out there, and as I say, hopefully we can get more of that guys into the Currie Cup squad. And as I also said, it's a good thing that there's not so many guys contracted at Province anymore.
Just on a quick final note, and it's a simple yes, no, are you going to be doing more of those coaches workshops at the High Performance Centre?
Yeah, definitely. We definitely want to do more. But I just want to say to the coaches out there,
but then they must come.
The referees coaches thing wasn't well attended, and they're in for a shock because I've spoken to the president, and it's a pity Joey Salmon isn't here, because he presented the thing, which was very good with the new laws. And I think club coaches can't complain this year about the ref. Because we have the names of the guys who were there. So
okay, we're going to leave it at that, Jerome. We've got to get on with the rest of the evening here. It's been a fantastic evening, Jerome. Thanks for talking with us, and we'll of course see you on the show soon.
Yeah, thank you very much.
There we go, folks. Of course, we're coming to you here from the Newlands Rugby Stadium, the home of Western Province Club Rugby, and it's been a fantastic evening. Jerome Parvat talking to us, the president talking to us, and the sponsors are, of course, here this evening. And now everybody has an idea for what's happening in Western Province Rugby in 2016. Right, folks, with me now is the president of Western Province Rugby Football Union, Mr. Thella Wakefield. Thella, jy het van 'n vliegtuig afgespring, Exco meeting toe en nog 'n vergadering vanaand. Besig 'n paar dae.
Ja, nee, het gaan maar aan, jy weet, as jy nie so op die pad hou. Het was 'n baie vermoeiende trip, jy weet, 15 ure in die lug. Ja, maar die ding moet aangaan, JP, en ek is baie bly vir vanaand se opkoms hier so. Very nice to see the guys all here. Nice initiative by the Club Rugby department, and I can see the spirit, as I've said in my speech. Nice atmosphere.
But it's going to be a good year. I mean, we got the league, we got the President's Cup, we got the Sevens tournament, you got the Gold Cup, and of course there's a lot of social rugby as well. It's really good for the community.
No, absolutely. I like communities to be involved, and especially with all the rugby coming up. Like you mentioned, the President's Cup, I'm looking forward to that. And also the leagues and the exciting games that we can look forward to on Saturday. It's nice.
Any special club that you've got your eye on?
Like Peter said, once a tiger, always a tiger. But I'm a Kayla boy, and I can only hope that they do well against Bella.
Everybody. Thella, thank you very much. It's been fantastic being here this evening. Great occasion. Nice to have this launch, and I'm sure we're going to have many more of these.
Absolutely. Looking forward to great club rugby this season.
There we go. Right, ladies and gentlemen, with me now is Mr. Peter Jooste from the Western Province Rugby Executive. Peter, 2016, the club rugby season is about to get going. Everybody's very excited.
Yeah, JP, we're looking forward to a brilliant, fantastic rugby season. I think our club started well. They played quite a number of friendlies. Some of our clubs went the Easter weekend away, as I said earlier on, and I just had good words from other provinces about the strength and talent and the standard of our rugby in the Western Cape.
Would you 20, 30 years ago have thought that club rugby would be this big, this successful as it is today?
Never I thought that, JP, and I think what the administrators and you included doing for club rugby is fantastic and is great. I think we're the only union that have this, if I'm right. But it's a fantastic idea from you and Danny and Faisal and all the boys.
Just on a last note, Peter, Tira, how are we going to do this year?
Yeah, you know, the Tira is struggling at the moment. I hope they can do well. I'm not so much involved with them at late, but behind the scenes, I'm still a Tier.
Yeah,
Once
you're still
a
a
Tiger,
fan, eh?
you're always a Tiger.
Let's see it. Peter, thank you very much for chatting with us, and good luck for the season.
Thank you.
Well, it's been a fantastic evening here, and it's a first. It's the first launch that Western Province Rugby have ever had for a club rugby season. It's been really excellent. Plenty of folks out here this evening. All the clubs, administrators, delegates, the referees also joined us this evening. And of course, a lot of fun and a lot of knowledge gained about 2016 and what the folks are going to be doing. Remember, folks, if you want to find us, www.facebook.com/Cape Rugby TV. But as you would have heard, if you were here this evening, it's the hashtag that we're looking for on Twitter, #WP Club Rugby. And you can put yourself out there in terms of your club. Just in terms of our winners, big congratulations then to Arend van Rooyen. Arend walks away with a case of Score energy drinks. 24 Score energy drinks in that case, and congratulations, Arend. Arend, you are this week's Score energy drink winner. Score, of course, the proud sponsor of the competition over the weekend, the Easter Weekend Festival at Langa, as well as the Easter Weekend Rugby Festival over at Blake's. We'll see you again next week, same time, same place, and we'll see you on the weekend as we get the season rolling. Have a fantastic rugby weekend. Bye-bye.